I don't know why God did so much with Moses, because there were so many men. You know, according to God, we are not as many men as you think. God is very specific. When God chooses somebody and there is something in that person, God will pursue that person, not because that person is peculiar, but what he carries is peculiar according to God. Can I say something before I read that? I have come to know the hardest part in the walk with God is not when you believe. The hardest part in the walk with God is when God starts to instruct you. Because God will instruct you something that you don't like. I've come to know if I want to give to God, if Richard want, it is easier for me to give. I can give anything that I want. I can give. But now, when the Lord comes to me and says, son, give this out, it becomes an issue. You don't understand what I'm saying? So that is a very sensitive area. And Peter was told by Jesus, now when you are young, you go where you want. But when you grow, there's a time that will come that somebody will take you where you don't want to go. Somebody will decide where you go. And when your life is in the hands of somebody, it determines the timing. You don't determine the timing. It's like when somebody's driving you. You don't determine the timing. The driver determines the timing. And that's why we say times and seasons belongs to God, because God is the one who determines the timing. Are you there? Yeah. And what you do to push God for the timing is you must be a friend to God. Because when you're a friend to God, you can discuss it with Him. You can talk Him through. That's what I say, when you are close to God. And God would not use Moses when they had not grappled, when there was no common ground. Because calling was one thing, the presence of God was one thing, the miracle was one thing. But again, for him to come to the threshold where he can discuss it with God was another problem. And he couldn't do that until now God met with Moses. And God wanted to kill Moses, and at a lodging place on the way, the Lord met Moses and was about to kill him. The same God who came to Moses, but now want to kill him. Are you there? Are you here?
Yeah.
So why is God doing this? Because they don't have. Moses is carrying the assignment, but he doesn't have semblance. It doesn't have insurance, because there is a level of salvation where you have insurance. This is what Paul said, I'm persuaded, I am sure that he who started the work will carry to accomplishment, because there was a connection that you can stand and say, I will never die before. Because there is a place, there is a connecting point, there is a portal where you meet with God, where God says, destiny over you, because you know if God has said it, it is my strength. Whatever God tells me to do, that is my strength. It is no longer what I want, it is what He says.